Man, I'm nervous. This is a big trip. It's about 2,200 miles all by myself, and I'm going to go meet some awesome creators. I have no idea what's on the other side of this. I'm looking forward to collaborating and growing relationships and growing the channel and growing the business. And in order to get the things that you want, you have to do things that are scary and maybe a little out of your comfort zone. So let's get started. So this past year has been hard. And when I say hard, it's been hard mentally. So honestly, that's why I'm taking this trip. I just needed to take this trip to kickstart, to get back to enjoying what I do. So we're gonna take this trip, take 5 days, hit up a few places, have fun, and take that momentum back home and really hit the ground running. And I'm excited for this. All right, I've got about 30 minutes left until I'm to the first hotel. I'm in the middle of Arkansas. It's really interesting, the feelings that you get, the thoughts that you have when you're traveling someplace you've never been, roads you've never been. I finished listening to an audiobook, No Pain, No Gain, by Chip Gaines. Fantastic book. Fantastic personal growth book. Just talked a lot about things that I've grappled with personally. The whole reason 2 years ago I started out on this YouTube journey full time was because I was in a job of monotony, of security, but wasn't challenging. It was literally punch the clock, go in, really do nothing new, and go home. The last 2 years have been more than I've ever expected. And, you know, if you haven't felt the feeling of being alive, pushing through barriers, this whole YouTube thing, whole CNC thing, is all new to me in the last before years this November. The whole woodworking thing. And so just a thought is that, you know, you're never too old to start something new. It's not easy. It takes a lot of grit. It takes a lot of pushing through fears. It takes a lot of self-reflection to realize what is distracting you, what you really want, what you want out of life. One thing that Chip talks about in his book is every human being has this ridiculous capability. Everybody's filled with so much potential. We're all filled with different potentials. And the world needs your potential. The world needs my potential. The world needs everyone to step out of their comfort zone. And that might not be quitting your job like I did, and that might not be starting your own business like I did. That might be a 9 to 5, and that's fine. And Chip says that in his book. If that's fulfilling, then that's fantastic. Congratulations. But if you're not fulfilled with what you're doing on a daily basis, I highly recommend you do some self-reflection and ask yourself really what you want. And surround yourself with people that can help you answer that question. Because there is so much more to life than just monotony. Good morning. What is up? I just finished my third cup of coffee. So, feeling alive. I'm ready to go. I'm meeting Matt at 9 o'clock. I was up early, ready to go. I've had a lot of time to kill this morning. Just getting ready, which is good, but also when you're heading into something new that you haven't done before. This is my first collaboration ever, and it's with a bigger creator than I am, someone that's been doing it longer than I am. I'm in a state that I don't know.
So anyways, like there's a lot to fear about, and there's a lot of reasons it'd be really easy to be like, yeah, and just kind of go through it passively. But in order to get the most out of this, like, you have to attack it, and you have to be yourself. And in these moments of like just where your mind can go, and I had 8 hours in the car yesterday to think. I mean, I could have easily turned around and head back home, but this is out of my comfort zone, and I'm excited. I'm really excited, and I'm nervous. And so I had some extra time, and I'm trying to plan out, like, okay, I just got to plan out every detail, right? Okay, I'm going to ask Matt this question. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And although having a rough outline is good, planning out all those details, it just ties me in a bigger knot and gets me in a rut. So I stopped. I closed the Google Doc, and I'm just going to let it go and let things happen and capture them. And honestly, I think those make the best videos anyways. And just go with it. And so I'm going to embrace it, step into the awkwardness, step into the uncomfortable. Don't entertain the fears. I'm choosing to step into the awkwardness, into the unknown. And I think that's where great things are found. So let's get going. Let's go meet Matt.
Hey, what's up everyone? I'm in a place, you know, I was traveling yesterday, and 8.5 hours later, this is where I'm at.
731 Woodworks.
Matt with 731 Woodworks. We just got done filming. Alright, hey, what's up? It's been a day. I just got back in the hotel room. I'm ready for bed. What a fantastic day with Matt. Just got done with the live show and chatting with him and his wife Amy. What a blessing. Today was definitely nothing less than a blessing. I'm ready to get some sleep, and tomorrow we're going to hit the road again. Where do you think we're going? I've hinted at it a couple times, but you'll have to see. So I'll see you in the morning. Today's a good day. I am currently traveling to Houston. I've been driving for 4 hours now, and just have about 3 hours left, it looks like. So 3 hours left, be in Houston. I'm going to meet with Dean this afternoon, another creator here. He was recommended to me from a couple other creators just to meet, and he's a good guy. So never met him before. We were going to do lunch, but I don't know if timelines are going to match up. But I'm going to go to his shop and look around. So I'm looking forward to that. I think the more people you can meet, the better. I realize that everybody isn't comfortable putting themselves out there and meeting strangers, but building a network of genuine connections. Like I talked with Matt last night about genuine connections, and just building a network is that raises everybody up, and that you can be there for, and they can be there for you. So I don't think it's ever a bad thing to meet a new person. I think as humans, we desire that connection, and I think as a society, we've kind of shied away from that because we don't want to deal with other people's problems. That leads to isolation, it can lead to, depression, and we weren't meant to be isolated. We're meant to be social, connecting with people, and connecting on common interests, but also connecting on the common interest of just being human and seeing how other people do things. Meeting new people is never a waste of time in my book. Alright, I am in the middle of nowhere, Texas, and pulled off on the side road because I gotta pee. So the crazy thing about this road here that I just pulled off, everywhere you travel, I've driven a lot of different places, and speed limits are always different. So this road in Texas, the speed limit's 70, and it's just a 2-lane road. You got these trucks, these semis flying that fast. It helps you cover ground a little faster. But it's always interesting, speed limits, and you really got to pay attention because you get caught really easy going too fast or going too slow. That was good. Sushi Mesa. All you can eat sushi, hit the spot. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Might go explore. It's about 7 o'clock at night, so might go back to the hotel room, get a little work done. Let's go see what we feel like. Made a little detour before we went back to the hotel. Walked through Home Depot. I didn't buy anything. I was just looking at some material and thinking through this project that we have coming up on Friday. So I'm gonna go back and plan that and price it out. All right, today's gonna be a day. It is probably the largest day of the trip. I've got 3 stops, and it's just before 8 o'clock. My first stop is going to visit my good friend Bao Loy with Design Craft Workshop, and then at noon, I'm gonna go visit my friends Jennie and Davis. Never met them before, just talked to them through Instagram. And then I'm gonna finish the day with my buddy Matt Voltner, and they all live in different areas of Houston. So I'm gonna kind of hit them as I go, and it's gonna be a day. So we'll see what we get into. All right, I'm here at Bao's place. And man, how he does it, how he fits all this in here, I have no idea. And how he works in this Texas heat is no joke as well. Prime example of just getting it done. He's got a lot of obstacles here. He's still killing it. And breakfast with Bao, and great talk. Talked about business stuff, what he's got going on. Busy guy. Heading to the next location to meet up with Jennie and Davis, and I'm really looking forward to this. Alright, just driving from Jennie and Davis's. What a great couple, what great people. These are people that could very well consider me competition, and in the sense not talk about the things that we talked about. I mean, I talk about CNC business, they talk about woodworking business. You know, it's similar, it's not the same. And it just speaks to their character that they were so willing and opened up a shop and toured their beautiful new space. It was a blessing. There's no other way to say it. Like, that stop was truly a blessing. That 4-hour conversation was impactful. Was really, really good. I'm headed up to Kingwood now, and I'm going to meet my buddy Matt Voltner with Voltner Woodworks, and we're gonna hang out tonight. We're gonna get some dinner. I'm late. I was supposed to be there like 2 hours ago. Lost track of time, but nonetheless, we're gonna get there and have a good time tonight too. I'm really looking forward to it. Morning. It is Friday morning. Last night I was tired, so yesterday was a long day. Wouldn't change it for anything. It was a fantastic day. It was well worth it. Today I'm heading up to some friend's house, my friends Katie and Matt, and we're gonna do a project together. They live up in the Fort Worth area, and it's about a 4-hour drive up there or so. I'm gonna make one stop in between here and there, which I'm excited about. Alright, so I just made a quick stop in Waco, and I'm gonna get some B-roll, but also to see the silos, Magnolia at the silos. I'm not gonna be here long. Quick stop. Alright, that was super quick. Literally 3 minutes, get the picture. I wanna come back someday with my wife. I don't wanna walk in and tour it myself. So, I just wanted to stop since I was passing through. Wasn't out of my way at all. And it's what you would expect it to be. It's kind of cool. This I didn't plan this at all, but this story is kind of coming full circle. I started listening to No Pains, No Gains, and here I am. If you don't know, so Magnolia, I think it's called At the Silos, is Chip and Joanna's restaurant kind of destination, and they're the book that I listened to. The other reason I wanted to stop is I actually sell a wholesale product here in Waco, so I'm gonna stop there next just to stop in and say hello. All right, I made it to Fort Worth. It is the evening. The sun is setting back there. It's been hot. It's been 100 degrees all day. The heat with the humidity and dew point, it's been felt like over 100. I'm ready to get home, but I'm dreading that drive as well. So that's about 12 and a half hours from here, and about 1,300 miles in. Got another 800-ish. It was a little more. This trip was a little more than I thought it was going to be, but 100% worth it, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. Met some amazing people. I'm on my way home, and it's been a trip. It's been a phenomenal trip. I started this trip on Monday at noon, and I'm going to finish this trip on Sunday morning. I hit the road for 6 days, over 2,200 miles. Just me, myself, my 2011 RAV4. I met 6 people that I had never met before. I met 2 people that I had only met one time before. And I visited some friends that I've had for 15 years. I started this trip listening to an audiobook. No gains, no gains. I didn't realize how much it was foreshadowing what I was about to do. Every single person that I met, every single experience, every single interaction was more than I thought it would be. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't take this trip to get. My goal was how much I can give. I wanted to make genuine connections. I wanted to meet people. I think the more people you can meet, the better. I realize that everybody isn't comfortable putting themselves out there and meeting strangers, but building a network of genuine connections and just building a network that raises everybody up and that you can be there for and they can be there for you. So I don't think it's ever a bad thing to meet a new person.